Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my anime journal. And it will be talking about mostly more garbage. There's a couple more substantial anime we'll be talking about. Um, also, think quick real life update is useful. The past week was very stressful in terms of work because work has been garbage. The foreman with his concussion doesn't seem to know how to do anything. It's Prince of Garbage. Then it seems like a lot of the other workers aren't really as competent as I had liked them to be. Um, like the plumber didn't, um, have his stuff as secure as it should be, so it was very fragile and had to be really careful on it to make sure it didn't break, which means that like it's slab, like it's gonna get hit with like a whole bunch of concrete, like it's probably just gonna fall out during that. I don't know why he thought it was a good idea to make them super fragile. um and also, like, the foreman doesn't get enough tools, so we're just not able to put things together as efficiently. It's a big mess. So I decided to quit, and I'm starting a different job next week at the airport, which is in the total opposite direction, where they're like super strict on everything. They say they want me to shave my beard to fit under a respirator, and then they also said no personal phones, which seems to imply that they would give us all company phones, because like you can't get your work done without a phone. Um, but that also seems really expensive to give everyone a company phone. So I'll see how all that works out. Also, they say like a bunch of stuff of like tools and stuff. I'll give you an update like once I actually start the job. But yeah, it sounds like they are way more intense than any other company I worked for before. But they are gonna pay a lot. Also, since the last episode, I went to two anime conventions. Um, and so I cosplayed both times. I cosplayed as Slow Loop, as Hiri from Slow Loop. And n- no one recognized the character. Some like people liked the cosplay, but no one asked for a picture. And it's also just not that popular a character, so I think most people just kind of don't really see it as like, oh, it's this character. It's like, oh, it's just a schoolgirl. And someone misguessed that I was Ryo from uh, Boat to the Rock. 'Cause, like, the wig is similar, but it's definitely not the same uniform. Um, and then this past weekend, or this yesterday, I cosplayed as like a maid version of Majiro McQueen, which was fun, and it's like a very comfortable outfit. Like the maid outfit isn't too restricting, which is nice, and it has it's like Majiro McQueen's wig, so it has like the cute horse ears and stuff. It's very cute. It's a purple uniform, a purple maid outfit, very very nice. And it does have heels, but not super high, and it has like a bit of a platform, so it wasn't giving me foot pain until like well into the night. Um, yeah, then there was a lot of cool stuff at well, there was more cool stuff at like yesterday's con than last week's con. Last week's one was just like an artist alley, so wasn't that much to do. There was a cosplay contest as well, which I did not participate in. Um, which is kind of cool, but also just a little inefficient and stuff. But yeah, yesterday's one it was fun. I got to meet a lot of cool people, and just there was like a bunch of music, like live performances, dance as well. like people just dancing to pre-recorded music, and then some people singing as well. Stuff to buy. I also got 2 free keychains, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it was overall a decent con. I went to a birthday party afterwards. So yeah, that was cool. Um, and yeah, into anime I have watched. Well, actually, we're starting out with an Aini, which is called Koma Bus Tayo Paris Baguette Guango, um, which is uh, it, it's one of these like that like Korean bus animation. It's like 3D CGI, made for little kids. It's that thing, but it's a commercial made to sell. Um, it's advertising a cafe. So yeah, that's interesting. I haven't seen the full length Ini for it. I probably never will. But yeah, the commercials they were all right. Would I recommend them? Not really. After that, I watched. Um, I watched Buta no Liver wa Kanetsu Shiro, and this is the pig liver one. Buta Reba, the story of a man who turned into a pig, or it's also known as Heat the Pig Liver. And so what's also funny about this anime is that the main character doesn't have a name. It's just called Pig or Buta. Um, yeah, like it's an isekai. But the main character just straight up does not have a name. And like his story is like I think he's like a depressed college kid or something. uh, an arrogant, uh, an arrogant scientist awakens in the middle of a muddy pig pen. Last thing he remembers is eating a raw pig liver. Um, yeah, it's that's why it's Heat the Pig liver because he didn't do that, and this won't actually happen. You don't get isekai. Well, I mean, it might be that it's like it gave an illness or something, and it's just like it is a fancy way to kill off a main character instead of just a truck, because trucks are kind of boring. They're like a little too easy. It's like, how do we kill our main character? Just do the truck. It'll work. Um, Whereas like this one, it's yeah, there's at least a more unique way of getting into the isekai, and it ties into what the isekai is like because he didn't eat the pig liver and then he turned into a pig. So yeah, it's more unique. What's funny is a lot of people don't like it. It has a fairly low score on my anime list, and I think on other sites too. But it's it is unique. I thought it was interesting. Also, like we have 2 main characters here, and with like there's like the male main character, Pig, and then the female main character is Jess. Uh, oh, both of them don't have many favorites on now. I guess actually not that many. 40,000 isn't that few either. But yeah, people just didn't like this anime. Yeah, Jess. I mean, Jess is a cutie. But Jess is also a Yesma. I think that they want us to pronounce it as. They spell it as Yethma, like with a th, the Yethma, but they pronounce it as Yesma, which is much easier to pronounce. Um, but So I'll just be going on Yesma. Um, yeah, that's the it's it's not really a race, um, but Yesmas can uh have telepathic powers. So they can communicate with people without needing to speak, and they can like read people's thoughts and stuff like that. But um, and yeah, it's they are humans. But it's just like a genetic quirk. And they're ostracized in society. And they also have this collar on them that I believe has some. It's not like a fashion choice. It's something that I think it suppresses their powers or something like that, or like controls their powers. Make sure that they're not like too overpowered. Um, but they're um they're all like we only see female Yesmas. And there's a reason for that is a spoiler that comes up later in the show. I had theorized earlier on, like in the show, it's like, I wonder if Yesmas are like calicos. Like say calicos um, are almost always female when they're born. Um, and then the rare male calicos are sterile because it's kind of like you don't belong here. You're not supposed to exist. Calicos are supposed to be female. Why are you male? You can't have kids. It's like maybe that's the way. And that also would kind of explain like why you wouldn't see any males. It's like, oh, it's just super rare for one to be born as a male, so that would make total sense. And and then if they're sterile, then it means that you don't have to worry about there being an easy way to make more Yesmas because it would still just be this random genetic quirk that will just happen through the generations occasionally. But being able to have like two parents who are both Yesmas. But that didn't turn out to be the case. Uh, and then yeah, like the real reason, you'll figure it out if you see the show. Yeah, it is an interesting progression through this show where you kind of like learn more about their world and learn more about the Yesmas um and I think there might have been other people who were like transported into this world from our main world as well. Yeah, but um yeah, it's I want to say it's not a bad show. Like it is a show that not many people like. Um, and I'm not surprised that not many people like it. One thing is that Pig, uh, he does he does enjoy the female image in ways he probably shouldn't. He does have a low vantage point. Um, like he's not very tall. He's a pig. And not like one of the big like huge farm pigs. He's more like a potbelly pig in terms of like it's his actual structure. So he's fairly low to the ground. And and that means that like the parts like this is kind of the way that he can see places uh is pretty strategic for someone who likes women. And Basically, it's sort of like that. What was it? There's a dog one like that as well. Um, but yeah, that is a concern of the anime. Not a concern that isn't present in a lot of isekai, because isekai are often wish fulfillment anime, and um, wish fulfillment anime kind of do just kind of target this idea, and I think a pig is like the perfect, uh, like self-insert character because a lot of people who watch isekai are pigs as well. Um, but I don't think that was actually the intention. but like I think him like especially not having a name and kind of having like this, inhuman form, as opposed to just being like a character who looks like kind of your generic Japanese man, um, kind of just works. But it works for probably people who, um, you know, are have a certain personality. Um, but like the story itself is interesting anyway. So I would recommend it to the right people. Like, if you are the kind of person who wants to self-insert themselves into like the personality of a pig, then yeah, go for it. And if you want to just see the story um of like this kind of mythical type human that has these special powers, who's also kind of treated as a second class people, then that's like also an interesting part of the story. And like if you can kind of look past the etchy parts, or if you enjoy them, then that's all good too. It's not like it's extremely provocative. It's more just that there's like a lot of allusions to things. Um, yeah, that's my review. After that, I watched Korakuen Yuenchi Luna Park. And this is a TV commercial advertising an amusement park. And it is interesting. Oh, this is 4C and it's from the 90s. That's interesting. I didn't even realize 4C was in the 90s. But yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, it's not well animated and it doesn't really sell what it's supposed to sell, but it exists. Um, yeah. After that, I watched uh, Koi Wai Junsui Kaju Bokura Junsui Hen. Oh, this is another Kirin commercial, and this is with a bear. This one I actually found fun. I prefer this over the other. Was the other one Kieran? I think it was Kieran as well. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It has like a boy and a bear, and they have fun together, and they pick fruits, and then they drink juice. Yeah, it's all right. And the animation style is kind of unique. So yeah, that's cool for a commercial anyway. After that, I watched Kusatsu Ekikara, which is commercial for a waste disposal company. Why does a waste disposal company need a commercial? I guess. like there are some people who there's certain, like, say you have companies that actually um you know do need like that stuff done, and maybe it is useful. Like, it seems I should have an anime commercial for a waste disposal company. I don't know who's targeting, who's getting targeted by this. Like, the animation is actually good. Like, the characters designs are nice, and the animation is fairly smooth. Although there's like some a bit of like 3D CGI that looks a bit out of place, but like it's not that bad. But it's just like, who is this for? Why does this exist? Why would they commission an anime commercial for that? I don't know. After that, I watched Nizai Shinguang Shenchu, or Stars Fall in English, which has more going on. So, this is a donghua, and it's about two guys. Of course, it shows them being in love. So these it is a little gay, but like it's not extremely gay. But it's really about four guys. Cause there's two guys who are friends, and one of them's an artist, and then the other one uh isn't. It has some other stuff. But they're um yeah, they're both, you know, relatively important people, I guess. Um, well, especially the fact that they were both given bodyguards. Like, these two guys get into a car accident, and instead of just kind of brushing it off, it was like, it's just a car accident. That happens all the time. It's like, no, that was not just any old car accident. That was malicious. They were out to get you two, and you need bodyguards now. So yeah, these two guys are both assigned bodyguards, and the bodyguards are very much like important to the story. Like, their personalities are just as valuable as the two main guys, um, and yeah, like, the four of them just kind of have to get by, and like it does turn out there really is malicious intent behind the car crash. Like, it wasn't just an accident. It genuinely was, like, they were trying out to get them. But like, these two bodyguards have magical powers that the two main guys do not. So that definitely comes in handy a lot for protecting them. Uh, and yeah, like, the pink haired guy is an artist, and he's told, I think it was, do 30 paintings in 30 days, I think was his like offer, and he was gonna get paid like some crazy amount of money, but like, he wouldn't, I think he wasn't gonna get paid anything if he didn't manage to do them all in time, which is obviously a very stressful situation to be in. But yeah, it's an interesting donghua. Oh yeah, there's like a side plot of these two women as well. Can't really remember much about that, but yeah, there's women in it, and they do things. Um, it's interesting. Um, I wouldn't really recommend it, but yeah, I'm glad I watched it, just for the fact that it is kind of strange. Um, Yeah. After that, I watched Kyo Watashi no Monogatari ga Hashirimasu, another side hen. Um, and this is oh, it's a sequel to that horse one. Interesting. Um, yeah, it's it's about horse racing. Um, and it was all right. Like the animation's all right, and I don't think it had much of a plot, but yeah, it was fine. Um, After that, I watched Kyushu Love Milk Club, um, which is uh, raw milk. They sell raw milk. That's fascinating. Yeah, I didn't like the commercials, though. They weren't really that great. Um, my trash studio. Wow, how very fitting. That's great. Made by Trash Studio, and their logo is a trash can with a cat beside it. Why did they call themselves that? It's too fitting though, and I've seen every anime by them. Oh, that's great. Oh no, wait. No, not in my list. No, there's a couple anime I haven't seen by them. Um, 3 of them, but I've seen most of their anime. Um, yeah. Again, I don't know why you would commission a trash studio to make a commercial selling your raw milk. Why do these exist? Um, After that, I watched Last Orders. Um, Now this is a really funny one. For the fact that it is an anime commercial, but not one selling a Japanese product. Um, so there's a 60-second commercial about samurai. Post-futuristic megapolis. Unpredictable means of transportation and make it in time for the last order at the favorite pub. But it's to advertise Murphy's Irish Stout. It's the greatest competitor of Guinness. Oh yeah, it's made from Murphy's Stout, which is yeah, Irish Stout. It's hilarious. That's a thing. Um, Also, this is from the '90s as well. So it has like a '90s aesthetic to it, and it's like these samurai fighting to get to a pub, just ridiculous. Um, so I would recommend this one just by like the pure preposterousness of samurai wanting an Irish stout, as if any samurai would even know what an Irish stout is. Um, After that, I watched LB Commerce Omai Yo to- Tokode. And this is an animated commercial from LB Commerce. And it was not great. And the studio is actually LB Commerce. I think they worked on this one as well. Oh yeah, they were the studio also for the Trash one. And then for Novell Instrument. Yes, maybe I should watch that one too, see what it's like. Um yeah, it was not great. Didn't really like it. And now another anime that actually matters. Onichan wa Oshimai, also known as Onimai, I'm Now Your Sister, is the official English translation. Oniichan is done for is the one I'm more used to. Um, but which is a more literal translation. Oshimai means like finished. Um, but yeah, it's cute. Um, I know there's like some controversial stuff around this. Um, it's also not really clear if like Mahiro is trans or not. Like I've heard some people say, "Oh no, it's clearly like she is clearly trans." Obviously, like she used to be a boy, now she's a girl. Um, but and also like every time that the opportunity to change back into a boy is given to her, she chooses not to. Um, but I'd also, I don't know if this is gonna sound insensitive, but I'd like to make like a parallel claim to that of like someone who's given the is like a poor white man who's given the opportunity to become a rich black man, to call them transracial because it's like, oh well, they've chosen that life. Someone gave them this magical decision, and it kind of comes with like two components. And well, they clearly want to be black because this is that was they chose that. I was like, well, they wanted to not be poor though. Like that was the intention. And because like Mahiro is in a situation that he doesn't like at the beginning. Like he drops out of school when I think he says he's 16 when he drops out of school, and then he is 20 years old when the series starts. Um, and but then he's turned into a 14-year-old girl. Um, and it's like the reason why he accepts being turned into a girl is because um, he academically he's more challenged than his younger sister, so he's always overshadowed by his younger sibling, um, which he doesn't like and just wants kind of any way out of that. And his initial reaction to the situation is to just hide in his room and play games all day. Uh, and I think read manga as well, and just like just kind of hide away, become a hikikomori, because he just doesn't want to face the reality in which he is just like this kind of um, you know kind of useless older brother to this very productive younger sister. I was like, his younger sister, Mihari, is this successful scientist who, like, literally could cure cancer. Like, if she wanted to, she could do it overnight. And like when that's what you're faced up against, and he's really not that intelligent. Like I think he's like a C student kind of thing, and then he has a younger sister who could literally cure cancer, and he's just like, no, like I can't live up to that. um and especially as the older brother, like if he was her younger brother, I don't think he would mind. He would be like, "Okay, that's fine. Like I don't need to live up to that because I'm the kid." And maybe some people might expect me to live up to that, but not ever. Now, there is a case for males just being more successful. Like I know I've heard of like brothers, like say like older brother goes through high school and is super successful, really gets really good grades and stuff, and then their younger brother comes along and goes through, like, gets the same teachers as them, and they expect them to live up to that, and they don't always. Um, so, but like him being a girl doesn't really solve that, because if she's successful as a girl, then Mahiro could also be, and yet he or she probably never will be, um, as either gender. Like, their gender isn't linked to their intelligence in any real way. Um, so that doesn't help. Um, but it's more like they're creating a new human that, instead of just bringing him back to an earlier point in his life, it's like they've kind of created this new human who has a second chance at life. Um, and it's like they know of him as being Mihari's younger sister, but like the school doesn't, like, there's no real connection in the school that they're siblings. It's more just that he's kind of, yeah, given the second shot at life, where he doesn't have to play second fiddle to a successful younger sister. Um, although he is playing her guinea pig, so I guess that's not super helpful either. Um, because like this new drug that Mihari has created, and forces Mahiro to take, and, or not forces, like, she gives him or her the choice, but like, it's not like she's created other drugs that could help him. This is the one. It's like, this drug will solve your problems. It will cause other problems for you as well, but like, it's the one that I'm offering. Um, and I've heard someone say that the reason Mihari wants Mahiro to be her younger sister rather than her younger brother is that it's just more easy for her because she's gone through the same stages of growing up. So, like, she wouldn't have to. I guess she's playing like a sort of parental role. So, like, raising a younger brother is more difficult when you just don't really know the things that boys have to deal with. And so, yeah, it's like, it's convenient for her, for Mahiro to be a girl. Um, which makes sense enough. Um, and yeah, Mahiro accepts it. Mahiro does more feminine things, mostly to fit in, like, because it's like this is this good opportunity for him to, like, fix his problems with his life. That it's like, well, if this is the things I need to do, like, you know, being a total tomboy at school, it could cause other problems. So that might not be the best case. Although he does toy around with the boys a lot, and does like lewd things that he probably shouldn't, especially as a 14-year-old. So like, he does take the opportunity to, in like the sense that it he kind of has a distance from it. It's like this is like the second body for him, and that he could just kind of escape it anytime he wants just by letting the drug wear off. But but yeah, at the same time, he does kind of, he wants it to work out, but yeah, like, he does wants to have fun with it too. Um, but Oh yeah, and like also like yeah, Mahiro's sexual preference or like kind of like orientation. Um, this is probably bi, and I don't know if that was there from the beginning. It seems like it must have been, but like as a girl, she notices liking men more, and not liking men more than she likes girls, but just liking men more than she did as a guy, uh, which is also funny. And I've heard some people even complain about that, saying that um, that your own gender and your orientation isn't necessarily linked like that. Like becoming a girl shouldn't make you like the other gender. In fact, like a lot of trans people are gay, which makes sense because like people like on average people generally are more attracted to the sex opposite from their birth gender. So like it kind of is logical that a large percentage of trans people are gay. Um, but um, but yeah, him being or her being bisexual, like I guess that it's probably that as a boy he was bisexual anyway and didn't notice, and then as a girl when he's just exposed to more stuff relating to hot guys, he's or she is just finding herself more attracted to that. Um, or just realizing that that's also attractive. Because it's not like she's given up her love of girls. She still likes girls. Um, in fact, there's one girl she really likes. Mihari's friend Kaede, who is a Gyalu, and is she like she's safe for work a lot of the time. Like she's not like extremely provocative, but at the same time, she is definitely attractive. And and it makes total sense that Mahiro would like her. And there's definitely no individual guys that she likes as much. And it seems like the boys at school that she kind of flirts with. Um, I can't really tell if like she actually likes them or if she just knows that she can get things out of them by being nice to them. Um, but like that, they could be love interests at some point in the story. Um, oh, and there's also Momiji, who is um, adorable. Who is this? I guess this is a spoiler. I don't have to keep watching. But Momiji is adorable. She's the younger sister of Kaede, and was it? When they meet, some reason Mahiro thinks she's a boy, and I think it's just that she's wearing like kind of tomboyish clothes, like she was wearing like shorts and not like Bermuda short or not like short shorts, but more like kind of like almost knee length shorts, like a guy would wear. Um, but like her hair is like very pretty. Um, she looks like a tomboy. Um, and but yeah, like for some reason, yeah, he thought or she she thought she was a girl, or she thought she was a boy. Um, but yeah, she is adorable. And they have great chemistry together, and Uh, Also, something funny in the anime compared to the manga is that the anime seems to really like two colored hair. So Kaide has like pink and blue hair. Um, Mihari has black and purple hair. Um, I think Mahiro's is kind of just like one color, although I guess you could argue that it's sort of like kind of brown and pink, but like I think that's more just shadows. Um, and then Momiji's is like brown and blue. Um, but yeah, in the manga, like they're just one color. But I guess they just wanted to make it cuter or something. That's my guess. Um, Maybe it means something. Maybe it's like the colors are representing some sort of thing about their personality. Uh, I don't know. It's cute though. I like it. Um, yeah. Also, the smiles. The smiles in the manga are super distinctive. They're not as much in the anime. Um, like it's still like the anime still looks like Onimai, but like the smiles in the manga are just like you can just look at the smile and you can immediately recognize it as Onimai. Whereas yeah, in the anime it's a little more generic. Um, but yeah, it's cute. Um so yeah, overall, um, like I really like the show. Um, and I think I've heard some people call it like a trans allegory. Like it's not really a show necessarily about someone who is trans, um, but it's more like you can tell why people who are trans would gravitate towards liking it. Um, and like oh, it's funny. Like it feels progressive in some ways, but then it feels kind of regressive in others. Like the fact that Mahiro kind of feels like she needs to act more feminine to fit in, and I think there's even like one instance where, oh yeah, where Kaede said to Momiji, "You should at least wear a skirt. Like stop wearing pants." Like just dress like a normal girl. um, which is kind of an awkward line to have in a show that's supposed to that feels like it's pushing for um people being allowed to have different gender expressions. um but um yeah, also another thing about um like Mahiro is another benefit that he gets from being a girl is the fact that men just have a lot of responsibilities in Japan. Um, because like as she grows up into a woman, that she just won't have as much to worry about because a lot of the time women are just kind of expected either to work less or to not work at all, whereas men are usually expected to work like 60 hours a week and never see their family and stuff like that, um, which just doesn't work out with like Mahiro's work ethic, like the fact that he's normally just stays at home all day and um, doesn't really do much. So yeah, in terms of all that, um, it works out better for her to just continue being a girl as opposed to turning back into a man, even if he was gonna become Mihari's younger brother, like eventually he would still have to get like a 60-hour-a-week job and work himself to death like every other Japanese salaryman, um, which she just doesn't want to do. Um, and but like I don't is that being trans to just not like your own culture? I don't know. Like in a way it is. Like in a lot of ways, like gender is a social construct, and if you don't like the what is expected of your gender, then that makes you trans. But like, it's I don't know. Um, like I feel like a lot of people probably don't want to be working 60 hours a week either. Um, and like you don't need to be trans to oppose that. In the same way that like say in a lot of countries, if you're a man, then you're forced to go into the military, and as a woman, you're not. And like someone as a man, probably a lot of men don't want to go into the military. Does that make you trans? Like I don't know. Like arguably it could, but it I don't know. I guess it depends on how you define being trans, and what that means to you. Um, like if you want to view it that way, then you can. And again, it's like being transgender is a complicated issue. It's like and a manga isn't gonna like fully talk about every part of it. Especially one that is just like a cute girl's doing cute things. That's also like about a magical sex drug. um, but yeah, it's an interesting show. I would recommend it. And you don't have to view it as deep as I do. You can just watch it as a cute show. I also do love like Mihari's personality with just um, like her priorities. The fact that she likes making like these weird drugs that don't necessarily solve as big of problems as she could be. um, and she's also very cute as well. And I love the purple in her hair. It's very pretty. But yeah. Overall, good show. I think it won pretty. Like, what was it? I think the our anime award like won really high or something like that. But because people on that kind of site just like shows like this. Um, oh, also yeah, the Mihari or no Mahiro does take a bit of convincing to actually go to school, but um, in the school arc, they it's interesting how long their skirts are. Like they're substantially long. I think I've heard that at least in some like rural areas, they genuinely are that long. Like they go past the knees, which we like rarely see in anime. So that's interesting. I don't know if that's masculine or feminine. um, Seems like I've seen like some girls just prefer longer skirts, either for modesty or for just comfort or whatever, or warmth, if they're allowed to. But yeah, I don't know, it's good. I liked it. Um, that was that was a long one. Let let's still just talk about a couple more. Let's get up to 15. I watched Kyoto Animation Meiji Hen. It's to see him revolving around a light novel. But yeah, it was alright. It was just another one of these commercials for Kyoani. Um, the other ones are a lot older though. This one's more recent, it's from 2021, and it looks good. Yeah. After that, I watched Mahou Shoujo Liase Prettia, or Prettia. It's Oh, yeah, I guess it must be Prettia, because it's her cosmetic brand, and it's a magical girl anime. Oh, it's about a hair color. I guess that makes sense. Um, that's a fair way to advertise your makeup products, to use magical girls. They are very pretty, and they transform their appearances and stuff like that. After that, I watched Maro 17, Utakata featuring Tetsu, um, which is another commercial about what? I don't remember. Um, it's and uses Mappa. It's actually animated fairly well. Um, oh, it's also about like products for appearance. Oh, some man's shampoo or something. Yeah, I don't know. It was fine. Um, and then we'll finalize this episode with Mijika na Mono ni AGC Ofuro Hen, which is oh right, this is the two episodes, and it's advertising like an ice cream bar, and it has like one from the woman's perspective and the other one from the man's perspective. It's interesting. I kind of liked it, and it has like this kind of line art sort of animation style, which is kind of cool. Um, anyway, thank you for watching. I did not expect to talk about Onimai for that long, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And see you again next time. And goodbye.